Hi, Bridget. It's Psychic Lori. How are you?
Where do you see my love life in the future?
And can you give me the name of the first person you're thinking about?
Mike.
Well, the first thing I would tell you about Mike is I feel like he's a little bit unsure right now. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you live together?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, this is kind of rocky right now. You're climbing a hill right now, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a few little things. It's not us per se. It's children.
And money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of what I feel here is I feel like this is his kids and not necessarily versus, but it's his kids, your kids, it's everybody's kids. It's like this great big, everybody's trying to bake a pie, but the pie's being filled up with different kinds of fruits. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. And the fruits really don't blend well if you cook them all together, okay?
I know.
in the same pie. So that said, what I would say about this relationship is everybody that's involved here needs to own their own stuff, okay? Because I feel like these kids are teenager or above.
Right.
And then when you're mixing all these different, fruits in the same pie that they don't cook together, it's going to be a hornet's nest, period, okay? When I look at the relationship, when I take all of that out away from your relationship, Bridget,
Mm-hmm.
There's a good mix there. With you and Mike, when it's just you and Mike, it's funny, there's laughter, you can fall into him. But when reality hits and you have your life that you have to live and exist together with all of this chaos, yours, his, mine, ours, that's what's really messing up this whole relationship here. It's not what's going on with the two of you, it's what's not going on with the two of you.
Right.
Okay? So when I look at all of this, you two really need to get rid of, you can't get rid of your children, but you need to, you do have the ability, Bridget, for you and Mike to step outside of the relationship, make a collective conscious choice between the two of you that you do want to be together, and make sure that you start spending time together with the two of you on your own terms and leave all of that chaos back home. Because if you don't do that, this is going south quickly. And you don't want that because this really and truly is a good mix.
Yeah, I do believe this is, we have a great relationship.
You do. You have, but that gets lost in baking a pie that doesn't belong to be cooking together. You know what I mean? You got to get the kids to get along, and that's almost impossible in general. Okay, so then you have the money issues about the kids, about the exes, about, oh my God, it's just like this constant spinning tornado. But when you take the two of you out of it, it's a good thing. He has to put up with a lot of things that have nothing to do with him.
Yeah, that's true.
And he understands that, which is why he introverts and he goes to his room and just is like, okay, I'm out of this one, leave me out.
Mm-hmm.
That's because it's really and truly, he has a good understanding that this is not about him. He understands that. He understands that he's literally getting stuff thrown at him that doesn't have anything to do with him. So that's why he introverts. And he just leaves the room, shuts the bedroom door, and just stays there.
You're so right.
Yeah. So, and I don't blame him. So, to be honest, because it has nothing to do with him. So,
right. Okay.
And he's just trying to keep the peace by doing that. To be honest with you, he knows better than to jump in and try to parent your kids because your kids are having no part of that.
If you're sensing things about her future and she's recalling things or thinking about things, can you sense that, or is it just more like you were in this space and she's receiving your information?
Yeah, I was just in this space. I literally went to her, kind of astral traveled while I was talking to her, and I just astral traveled and I went into her home and I watched what goes on there while I was listening to her.
Wow.
Yeah, and I could just see it all in this poor guy. This Mike,
So you see images. You could see him going in his room. Was any of it deduction as far as the emotional state that he's in and why?
Yeah, he's just shuts down.
Okay.
I mean, the kids start coming at him, and you're not my dad, you're not whatever, blah, 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 da, da, da. And the kids are really also in this mode where they're making sure mom knows they're number one, and he's on the outs.
Sure.
But this is actually, like I said, a good relationship. So what Mike does is he's just like, I'm out. This doesn't feel good. I don't like it. I see what's really going on. He can't go to her and go, this is what's going on, because she's going to fight him tooth and nail because she's a mama bear.
Yeah.
You know, she's going to fight for her kids. And she's not realizing that. Okay? So that's why I'm telling her.
They're not supporting each other as adults or...
Right. Well, he's got no say. I mean,
Right.
she's a powerful woman. He's got no say.
Right.
So two things are going to happen. He's either going to leave the relationship because she needs to change her ways, or she can listen, take themselves out of the relationship and rekindle and start doing strategic moves to parent these children as a partnership. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. But if they can back up from that, again, and make it about the two of them, and remember at the end of the day that they're together because it's about them, not all this, they'll be okay.
I hope she can take your advice and make some changes for herself, because I mean,
always hope that.
Not give up on her kids, but maybe redirect the intention that she's giving them, you know, like kind of the attention that she's giving them.
Right, the over attention that she's getting, the overcompensating. So yeah, let's hope that she does do that. Life can be a lot better for her if she backs up from all of that and gets a new strategy.